Good morning, or rather, let me just say, Jamboni Nyote, and I do trust that you are doing okay. Welcome to the Voices of the Motherland show, right here on the Black Hot Fire Network Media for the 21st century. My name is Kalme, and this is the Voices of the Motherland show coming live to you from the Nairobi studios. I do trust that everyone is doing okay, and irrespective of the challenges that you are going through, remember to always press on as much as tomorrow it is not guaranteed, but what will go down in history is that at least you tried to work hard towards it. Karibuni sana to the Voices of the Motherland show, and remember we are coming live to you from the Nairobi studios, and of course it is on the Friday, the 4th of December. Let me tell you, before you even get to blink, in the blink of an eye, you'll get to realize that oopsie oopsie doopsie, it's already on the eve of Christmas, or rather on the eve, of course, on the 31st, and we are already on the 2021. And before you even get to introduce the show, remember this year has not been that quite easy for a majority of us, but for those to whom this year was easy for, congratulations to you, and of course, continue pressing on. And remember, if anything, 2020 got to teach us a lesson that, irrespective of the lemons that life gets to offer you, you'll always be able to blend those lemons and make a lemonade out of it. Karibuni sana to the Voices of the Motherland show. And I see at the light bearer, you have said hi, family. And how are you doing today, Kami? Hi to you too at a light bearer. I do trust that you are doing amazing. Personally, I am doing okay. I cannot complain about that. And of course, to those who are tuning to the show, to those who are watching the show, we really get to appreciate you. Remember, if you did get to miss some of this show, because I do understand, I highly do understand that the issue with the time also doesn't get to favor us at sometimes, and also the issue that this is the time, I believe it is around the afternoon. This is the time that a majority of you are either on a lunch break or they are still at work. If you do get to miss this, you can get to log in at www.blackhotfirenetwork.com, and you can proceed and get to take a look at some of the videos that you did get to miss. You can also get, of course, to share some of these videos with your friend and that is with your friends and the family. Because remember, what you basically do here on the Black Hot Fire Network, media for the 21st century, is we always try to listen with our audience, try to engage them, and also try to transform our audience. Because I have come to realize that there are some things that a majority of us as Africans really are not aware of, or rather we're just living in that moment of doing things just the way our parents of course used to do them. So of course, by getting to share and like some of these videos, you can get of course and share this awareness out there. And remember, when you are logged into www.blackhotfirenetwork.com, you can get, of course, to support the stream at a Cash App, a Mr. Black Hot Fire. And you can also get to donate at www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. Much peace and love to everyone who is tuned in. And I see at a light bearer, you have gone ahead and said, I am well, sis. Definitely. It is all about positive vibrations, and that is what we do get to bring you right here on the blackhotfirenetwork.com on a Friday. It is all about entertainment, and at the same time, as much as it is all about entertainment, it is all about creating awareness. And that is why on the Voices of the Motherland show, remember, on this particular show, we have been talking about the issue with, relationship, finances, dealing with disabilities. We have actually tackled a lot of, social topics that do get to affect us. And today, it's not about politics, but it is about how are you dieting during this COVID-19 pandemic. I do understand that a majority of you are glued at home. For some of you, it is working from home. And most of the time, it is Netflix and a chill. So even if you are going to the gym on a daily to maybe try to cut your weight, or rather try to add something, let me tell you one thing about dieting. It is not just about losing weight, but also dieting can be all about adding weight, and that is what we are going to talk about this today. For some people, they have they have, of course, added weight, and they have been trying to do all the right types of dieting, but it is not working for them at all. And to some of them, they have felt like they have been left out from the society. But of course, that is what the Voices of the Motherland show got you today, and we are going to focus right on that. But before I even get to talk about that, let's take a short, of course, a musical break, and remember to keep it at the Black Hot Fire Network Media for the 21st century. And of course, we do have a lot of different topical issues that I am going to share with you right here on the Black Hot Fire Network Media for the 21st century. Black Hot Fan Network Media for the 21st century. Karibuni sana to the Voices of the Motherland show. And even before I get to dwell on the topic of the day, I do trust that everyone is fairly doing okay. And remember, my name is Kami, and this is the Voices of the Motherland show. Before I even get to talk about this topic, let me just highlight you on what is happening in terms of the entertainment. And right now, I do believe that a majority of you have had, of course, interacted with the late Fela Kuti. But right now, we still do have a history repeating itself, whereby we do have the son and a grandson of Fela Kuti paying their respects, of course, to the legend by honoring his musical stars through their own. If this is something that social media couldn't capture, then I don't know what in terms of a history, anything. Okay, I just don't know what in terms of history that social media would want to capture more. Femi Kuti and Made Kuti, of course, Femi, of course, was the son of Fela Kuti, and Made Kuti is the son of Femi Kuti. Wow. And that is what they say that, if something was meant to be, if you were the flag bearer of something, Fela Kuti played a huge role, in his music back then in time, and he did get to ensure that his music was a legacy. Right now, we do have, of course, Femi and Amade Kuti. Of course, they are out there carrying the legacy of Femi, of course, of Fela Kuti, which is quite amazing. And of course, in terms of this, the two have adapted their own styles. Remember, today it is all about entertainment also, because it is on a Friday. I believe it is good to get to enlighten you on this. In that is what they keep saying, that if you have to be business oriented, You have to try it. You have to try something that even when your family gets to try and do it, they'll still be able to sell it years after you have gone. As opposed to the fact that you want to be employed and you just want to stick to employment alone. No, it is high time that irrespective of us sticking to employment alone, you also have to have something, because tomorrow isn't promised to us. Because at one point you might be the leading star, maybe in acting, in different businesses that you are employed, but always keep in mind that the next lot that is coming, it is going to be better than you. So what happens when you are replaced? And that is why we do have a Fela Kuti ensuring that his music was so unique. And take a look at this. Burna Boy's mother used to work for Fela Kuti. Actually, she was a dancer in Fela Kuti's band. And you can see Burna Boy's mother has gone ahead and mentored, of course, Burna Boy. And right now, Burna Boy is termed as the giant of Africa just because of the lessons that she learned when she was just a dancer. And right now, Fela Kuti's, of course, legacy is passed on because his son and his grandson, they get to work on something that will definitely bring a change to the music industry. Definitely, I am looking forward to this. And they have made some tracks. There's this one track that is called Your Enemy. You can proceed and get to take a look at that. But I can assure you that this is original. Let me use the terminology of course, let me use the terminology in Congolese, that original. It is definitely very original. And moving on from that, in terms of entertainment, let me take you a little bit to what is happening in the 254. So right now, and the 254, we do have some things that are really, of course, trending on Twitter. In terms of politics, things are really are not quite good. So we did have some time back. I think this is more like an entertainment. Some time back, we did have our very own Nairobi governor, and he went ahead. Let me just get this correct. All right, here we go. We did have our very own Nairobi governor, and he went ahead and resigned his office. And because Nairobi, we are so used to seeing the Sonko rescue team. Let me just proceed and share his images. We used to be having the Sonko rescue team. This was even one politician whom at some point made headlines. So actually at some point made headlines because when COVID, actually the wave of COVID came into the 254, he was amongst those first governors who went ahead and they were giving, of course, Kenyans aid. But on top of that aid, this is one governor who is highly loaded with money. So this is the man that I'm talking about. This is the man where the curses are blinking. This was the man who was giving Kenyans a Hennessy on top of that aid, because he said COVID-19 can be quite crazy to people. And that is why some Kenyans, or rather Kenyans, need to at least drink a little bit of Hennessy to calm, of course, them in these times of situations. The situation, he said that this entire COVID-19 has really not been quite easy. This is the controversial man that I'm talking about. And he is known for wearing designers, Gucci. His family actually is living the flamboyant life. The whole time that it was believed that he did get to escape from a prison. Well, all these politicians, they actually do have something that gets to bring them down. But the story has it right now. He did get to hand over the Nairobi County to the to the government. And a few days later, the controversial guy came to social media, and he was like, the moment he entered parliament, he was given a lot of alcohol and something else, and as a result, he was not mentally stable. That is why he went ahead and signed. And this actually speaks volumes about our politician. This is one guy He wouldn't hesitate in, of course, adorning his designers. He wouldn't hesitate in ensuring that he is capable with money. But of course, he has helped a lot of people. As much as he is a goon on his own, he has helped a lot of people. So, of course, the trading story today in the 254 is that he has been impeached. Yes, he has been impeached. But, you know, I'll say something about politics in the 254. Politics is never my card. I mean, it's never my cup of tea. And as much as he was impeached, because people believed that he didn't get, people believe that he didn't get, of course, to deliver his work, and that is why he was impeached. But if you ask me, in terms of impeachment in the 254, I would impeach the entire government, apart from maybe at least the two or three politicians. But of course, that is the trending story right now, that he has been impeached, and this is one guy. Of course, he tried to deliver for the people. He tried to come about with the initiative for the Kazi Kwa Vijana. There was the Kazi Kwa Vijana initiative here in Nairobi. But of course, nevertheless, remember you are tuning to the voices of the Motherland show, and today we are focusing on the issue with dieting, of course. Not only in Africa but also in the diaspora at large. And let me just proceed and get into the main topic of the day. But remember, you also do have other topics that do get to follow in terms of what is really trending in Africa. And we'll get to enlighten you that right here on the Black Fire Network Media for the 21st century. And of course, to those who are watching the show, we really get to appreciate you taking your time and joining us on the show right here on the Voices of the Motherland show. Remember, we always talk about, of course, talk about some of the things that do get to affect us. And today we are taking a look at that thing. You are torn in between living your favorite food, and of course, your favorite food might be, might be pizza. Your favorite food might be cakes and things like that. And you're really trying your best to, of course, slim down. And for some people, they have been dieting, but still they do not get to feel the impact. And before I get to share the video, I see our amazing sister Maria has joined us all the way from Uganda. How are you doing, Maria?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Amazing. How is Bobby Wine? How is Bobby Wine faring? Is he going to come back?
That was a story for another day. It's oh God, I even don't want to talk about it right now because I may cut all your programs short. But well,
Okay.
we are trying. We are trying.
Mm-hmm.
The political
Amazing.
state. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The political state in Uganda right now is a little bit confusing with the
Mm-hmm.
riots, the chaos, and
Yeah.
I mean, people dying, the security, fighting with the political people, the candidates, and people jumping from one party to another. It's a very long story. It can take us all day long. But well, since this is a different topic, we shall not talk about Uganda.
Absolutely
Thank
amazing. But
you.
thank you so much for that update. I was just about to share the video, and remember the topic of the day. It is in terms of keeping up with dieting. Some people, when the year started, they had all this resolution. Oh, I'm going to be, that the hourglass. I think it's called an hourglass or something like that. That shape for the women. For the men, they want to age gracefully, and they had even their own timetables. But now Corona came in. Now you are forced to, like work from home for those who are 50 plus and above. For those who have underlying condition, you're forced to work from home. Not going to the gym because for some that is the one way of the spreading of coronavirus. But for some people, they've actually achieved their goals. But today, we want to highlight the family in terms of you dieting. It is not too late to get, of course, it is not too late for you to continue, because as much as you did get to go out there and work in terms of a diet, as much as if you are a plus size and above, that shouldn't make you feel like the society is hating on you. For some people, their self-esteem has actually been lowered because they feel like they're extremely used. The society doesn't get to understand them. And for some who are petite, they're like, I'm really trying to add, and people are out here saying, in Africa actually, for example, in my community, if for example my size, I've been told from time to time that I eat a lot, but I'm not adding. And someone was even saying that I might have swallowed a thread. That is why I'm not adding out weight. And sometimes it is quite disturbing to the mind. But let me just share this video before we get to hear your sentiments at Maria, all the way from Museveni's land, if it's still going to be Museveni's land. And at
Did you say 7 is
if it's
land?
still going to be 7 is land. At KW Down 7, you've said Sawubona. I believe Sawubona to you too, if I've pronounced that correct. Karibu Sanam to the Voices of the Motherland show. Let me just share this video in terms of the African dieting. But I do understand that you also do have people from the diaspora, and it is becoming quite hectic, especially in the diaspora. The issue with you visiting the likes of KFC and so on, it is rampant because most of the times either you are at work and you just need something quick to fix, of course, your hunger. Let me just share this, of course, with the family right here on the Voices of the Motherland show. This is the situation that you kind of get to do. Of course, I have taken it the African way. Perhaps you do have some of these resources with you, but if not, I believe in your shops they do get to sell these. And remember to always get to purchase something that is organic.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, I'm taking you guys on a day in my life, but more specifically, I want to talk about my current health journey, what I'm doing, the stuff that I'm up to get myself in shape, because lockdown hasn't been friendly to me. Like, I've been trying to be active and everything, but still, guys, it's difficult to just achieve those body goals. So for the month of July, we're taking drastic measures. So yeah, I just wanted to take you guys through that and show you the meals that we're eating. Yes, Daily is my trainer. He's the one who's training me. And today we actually did how many? We did an 8 kilometer run. Yep. And I was so mad, but he was really pushing me. And
you were mad?
I was mad.
What were you mad?
I was mad, like when you tell me to sprint and stuff.
No, that's training.
But I didn't show it.
Yeah, you didn't show it.
I didn't show it. I was mad, but
I thought we were enjoying the thing.
No, baby, no. I wasn't enjoying. I was just doing it because, in my mind, I was telling myself, okay, I need to do this. I'm just going to show up and I'm just going to kill it. And then I'm following this program by Tendai that I'm going to tell you guys about. It's marvelous. I'll just take you guys through everything as the day goes on. If you are new, be sure to keep my coffee nice and hot whilst I'm working.
What would your life be like if you were a rapid transformational therapist? That's what I think.
So I just love the silicone grip on this cup. It's just perfect if you're going out and about, and environmental friendly, keeps your coffee nice and hot. And then I top it up with milk. As you can see, guys, I'm trying my best to stick to less milk. So now I'm going to do half of the cup instead of doing full cup milk. So guys, I just wanted to quickly talk about why I decided to try this challenge for myself and to just challenge myself, because I know by now we've all established very well that I like to really try and be healthy and try and make good food choices when I can, and keep myself active and stuff. So why do I need to go this extra mile? Why do I need to be restricting? Whoa! In my previous recipe, I'm just going to link it up. But as you know, my favorite is crunchy peanut butter banana oats. And of course, I add in some chia seeds. Oh, I already had a spoon in here. I already had a spoon in here, guys. Yeah, so this is going to be our first meal today. Yeah, so I'm going to quickly cook them down. Guys, I can't remember if fruits are on the permitted list, but don't kill me, Sis T. I hope they are on the list. I'm going to add in. So it's odds for two. So one banana means we are both having half a banana each. And yeah, so I'm going to quickly cook my oats and fuel myself so that by the time that live workout comes, I've got energy, guys, because I did an 8 kilometer run in the morning, and now I'm going to be hosting a workout class. So the least I can do is feed myself. Otherwise, I'm going to be crying tears in that workout. And then, so I'm just quickly cooking down the oats. They are whole rolled oats, so they take longer to cook than instant oats. So guys, my crunchy peanut butter banana oats are ready, and I did put in a bit of chia seeds whilst I was cooking. I'm not going to chop them with anything. I'm just going to have them plain as they are. So I'm gonna sit down, enjoy my delicious oats, and then prepare to host the live workout, which I'm very egg and soya. Ooh, we're not allowed to have that.
Starting out with any new project management software usually feels something like this. Where do you even
It does contain gluten. But I'm picking my battles, guys, and I did do 2 workouts today. I did an 8 kilometer run, and I hosted a 1 hour YouTube workout live. So I can allow myself to indulge just a little bit, guys. Alright, so I've got some frozen mushrooms in here and some frozen vegetables that I just put in the same pan which had the chicken. I just took out the chicken and put it on the side, and then I put the veggies inside. So guys, since this is my second and last meal of the day, I had to go all out. I've got some leftover brown rice which I mixed up with some sweet corn, then the veggies, and then the chicken, and then the butternut soup on the side, and that is our dinner. And I think everything on here is on the permitted list. So
anyway, that is just a brief in terms of adulting. That is just a brief in terms of adulting. It depends what you want to lose. It depends on what, of course, you want to lose in terms of adulting. Karibu sana to the Voices of the Motherland Show. Remember, today we are talking about dieting. And let me just get there's an echo.
Can you hear me? Is it my echo or
Yeah.
your echo, Cam?
I think it's my echo, but I can hear you.
All right. I don't... Hey, was that ugali she was cooking? What was that stuff?
No, that was oats and some shy seeds.
Okay, it look like oatmeal.
Yeah, exactly. There was some oats, some shy seeds, and the bananas. That was for breakfast.
Okay. Have you ever had it? Is it good?
Yes, I've had some shy seeds, but mixed with the water.
You mix it with water?
Yeah, with warm water. At some point, they are good for digestion. They are also good for healthy and nutritious weight loss.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know.
All right. All right. Well, Cammy, what's your secret? So you say you eat so much, but you still stay skinny. What's your secret?
I think it's in terms of genetics.
It's your genetics. You said you were, Cammy. You said you were fat though. How could it be your genetics? You said you were fat as a child.
Yeah, I was a fat as a child, but I think growing up, I've become so skinny. As much as I continue eating the way I used to eat as a child, I'm still skinny, and I don't understand why. I think that was in terms of the puberty stage is when you get to be a little bit plump.
Yeah, of course, of course. Everybody has baby fat. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. When people see you today, they can't believe that you were a little fat, chubby child as you said you were.
Absolutely.
So like I said, I'm turning on a new leaf. I don't think you can diet, Cammy. You got to change your lifestyle. Diets
True.
don't work.
Mhm.
So like I said, I had to completely my one addiction is chicken. I love chicken. I-
Uh-huh.
so my one, I mean, I can't eat it fried. I got to eat it baked. But like I said, try to as I'm going back to start eating more things that are living, which I mean living
Exactly.
foods are your vegetables and your fruits. So because I got to make sure so when I move to Africa, I want to be healthy. I want to be
Mm.
healthy. I want to be healthy when I get my bride because I'm not gonna pay no money.
You're gonna come with KFC. You're gonna come with KFC and all the village
I'm
elders will
not
be at
coming with no cash either, Cammy.
all the
Uh,
villages all the village elders will be at your beck and call.
uh, at the Cammy, at the village elders get mad, I'm gonna smack the shit out of them. I'm gonna like I said, I'm gonna steal the bride. I'm a stealer.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I need to
Mhm.
be in shape, Cammy, so I can grab her and run fast. Cause they'll be after me once I steal her and I don't pay. They're gonna be after. So I gotta be in shape, Cammy. I can't be all
Mhm.
fat and sloppy. I must be in shape.
Absolutely. And just to I appreciate your sentiments on that. Many people are just turning between. Where is the echo coming from? My game.
It might be me. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if it's me. How about now? Is that better, Cammy?
All right.
How's
Yes,
that?
it was
Is that
you.
better?
It was you who sent you.
I know who sent me. Sent me. Secret agent sent me. Secret agent sent me to go get a bunch of African women and don't pay a bride price.
To assassinate me. And remember, family, we are talking about the issue with dieting. We are talking about the issue with dieting. Of course, we are talking about the issue with dieting in not only in Africa but the diaspora at large. And many people do not get to understand the definition between dieting and starving yourself. Some people, because they have gained weight, they go ahead and starve themselves, and they don't know that starving yourself is one of actually one of making you be easily attacked by diseases. But let me just get this straight with the family. Dieting, it is all about managing the consumption of food and drink, that is with the intent to lose or gain weight or maintain your weight. Trust me, as much as we keep on saying that you do not owe anybody answers for your weight. That is, it depends with their appetite how you get to eat. For some people, they actually eat little food, but the result comes to be quite hazardous. But they have tried adapting. Some of them have even gone ahead and had these surgeries, and we have seen we have seen the repercussions of some of these surgeries because they have messed up people pretty much. And also in
Okay,
terms of
Cammy. Okay, Cammy. What is your daily diet? What do you usually eat on a daily basis? What is your daily diet? What does your diet
ugali
consist of, Cammy?
in the morning, I'm not a breakfast person, but when I start to eat, trust me, Keith, it's a wrap. Ugali has to be there on most occasions. Ugali has to be there.
Okay.
Ugali and the veggies on most occasions. I love ugali and the veggies. But on a lighter note, I'll do some chapatis and some legumes, and of course, a fruit has to be there. I'm a fruit loving person. I love a pudding so much. And that is why on many occasions, if I don't have that appetite, I'd rather eat fruit. So that, I think, has also been
Okay.
working for me. Yeah. What
Okay.
is
That's
it?
not bad. Okay. But explain to me what's this ugali stuff again. What is I probably had it and don't know if it's called ugali because it's all over Africa. What is this ugali? It's maize, right? It's corn flour.
Yes,
It's
it's
maize.
corn flour. Ugali is
Okay. Yeah.
basically. Kid, I think you ate ugali alone. Ugali has to be eaten with an accompaniment of something that is salty. So ugali is just basically maize flour porridge that is made to be thick. That is, it is made to be
Yeah.
thick and a little bit heavy, such that you can't be able to
It's
pinch it.
corn.
That is what ugali is about.
What we call over here, we call it cornbread. We call it
Ooh,
cornbread.
no, cornbread is ugali that has gone to a group of schools. Here you call it just ugali or ngima or putu. It depends. Different African countries they actually get to enjoy ugali with fish, ugali with chicken, ugali with a lot of
Yeah,
different accompaniments that they can get to enjoy them with.
yeah, it's cornbread. I because it's maize flour, then it can be uh uh uh, uh yeah turned into so many. Yeah, it's cornbread. We call it over here. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Okay, yeah, that would be good. Hey, what do you guys eat it with? What is it eaten with? Do you guys put butter on it or something? What do you guys put on that thing? What do you eat
At
it
some
with?
time, sometimes you can get to sometimes you can actually get to prepare your gali and add some little bit of butter, that is a blue band. We call it a blue band. Actually you can get to add
Okay,
some little bit of blue band on it, but it depends with the
that sounds
preparation. You
delicious.
can just prepare it with salt and water, or just warm water, and that is it for you. It depends
Hmm.
with how you want it. If you add the butter, it becomes a little bit soft, but if you do not add butter, it's a little bit coarse, but you can still get to enjoy it.
Okay, okay. The Spikes eat ugali.
It, he definitely has to eat ugali, or rather, he will be betraying the African man.
But Spikes drinks a lot of coffee. Do you drink as much coffee as Spikes, Cammy? Spikes drinks
I'm
coffee,
Yeah,
huh?
actually, he's a coffee lover. He's a coffee lover.
Yeah. Every time I drinking coffee, everybody's asking me, what is Spike drinking all the time? I said, I think it's coffee all the time.
Yeah, he loves a lot of coffee. So of course, it all depends with what makes one happy. And of course, remember we are talking about dieting. Some people have been asking themselves if dieting can help to reduce weight. Well, for some, they have been disappointed because they have been, getting the right of organic stuff and trying it on themselves, and it is still not working. And that is why it reaches a point where, like, you need to accept yourself the way you are. Don't go out there and start having all these surgeries on your body. But let me ask this in terms of dieting, reducing weight. Of course, you can't just not have dieting alone, but you can also get to exercise as much
You
as
have to
possible.
exercise.
It depends with your timetable. You can, it depends with the timetable, your work schedules. You get to have a proper routine in terms of when is the appropriate time for you to, exercise, because you do not want to go to work all that sweaty, all that exhausted. You just need to sleep and things like that. You need to have a proper schedule in that. But I can assure you that dieting and of course in terms of exercising, they get of course to enable you reduce your fat. For some people, they have been born, with that a type of let me use the terminology curvaceous body. Let me use the word curvaceous body. Some people have been born like that. So as much as they have been trying to diet and exercising, it is not working for them. And that is why
Well,
now we do have.
the word on the street, Cammy, is called thick. A curvaceous
Yeah,
body is called thick.
yeah, exactly. I think is the word. For some, they have actually lowered their self-esteem because they feel like, especially in kids, they're like in school, they're called, the plum ones in the class. They cannot even give the correct answer because they're like, oh, your work is just all about eating. Your work is all about eating. You can't do anything, of course, about yourself. But of course, this is just not the case, because for some people, you'll actually be shocked for these people who are thick. Actually, they do not get to eat a lot of food. But the recommendation here is that you can get to enjoy some kizumba dances if you want to lose your body. In terms of exercises, it comes about what do you want to attain. Do you want to attain the six-pack muscles? Do you want to attain a flat tummy? Do you want to attain, for the ladies, especially some ladies, they love rather have the behind, of course, a little bit. So they are a little. There may actually terms that you get to consider in terms of you indulging in a training, and that is what today we are focusing on training
What about
because yes.
is Spike sitting there with you, Cammy, or is he
Yeah,
outside?
yeah, yeah. He's there. He's there. He's with me.
Let me see in this video. Tell me if we dance like this, Cammy, because I can
Uh-huh.
dance like. Tell me, I'm gonna send this video to Spikes. I want you to play it. If we
All
dance
right.
like this, can we
Mm-hmm.
lose weight? So let me send it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna send it right now to Spikes. And I want
All
you to
right.
play. So if we dance
Mm-hmm.
like this, can we? Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Can we
Great.
lose weight? So let me
Uh,
let me
yes.
send. Give me a
All right.
second, Kim. I'm coming. I'm coming. Give me a minute. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm looking for the video. I love it because you know my lineage is my lineage is
Mm-hmm.
Angolan Congolese. So I love the Congolese dancing. So let's see
Mm-hmm.
if I dance like this, will it lose weight? I believe it will, but I'm just gonna ask.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's all about consistency also matters. Some people that like,
Of
they want
course.
their diet. They too, they're like, let me just go back to my food. Food is bare. Food is alive. I can't kill myself with losing weight. But of course, it is all about consistency. Let me just, of course, wait for the video as he's getting me
Okay, I'm
the
sending,
video.
I'm sending, I'm sending it now. I'm gonna send you two to play because
All right.
I'm gonna send you. Give me a second. Let me send this shit to Spikes real quick. There we go. That's one. The Spikes should have it in a second. That one, and let's do this one. Let's do it. Let's send that one. Let's send that one. Let me know if Spikes got it yet, Cammy.
All right.
That one, and let's try this one because I I appreciate what the brother's doing. And I love this sister. He's doing a challenge with everybody black around the world. I love it. And let me get the sister from Kenya. This sister is
Mm-hmm.
jamming. Let me send this one. There we go. Put a little flavor on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I sent it. He should have it. It should be dinging in the computer, dinging his phone. I love it. I love it. So it should be, you know. So if you see that,
All right. Let me get this.
yeah, the young lady from Kenya does it the best to me. But the young lady from Kenya, and I think the young lady from Tobago, the young
Uh-huh.
black lady from Trinidad and Tobago does it really good too. So
All right, here we go. Let me just get to play some little bit of this. All right, here we go.
I'm
Dope, let me just get to play the other one. And I believe this one from Kenya. I know her, the lady here. I know her. She's called Angie, the dance queen. This lady has actually scoped in a lot of awards in terms of her amazing dance skills. And remember, guys, this is the Black Hot Fire Network media. For the 21st century, and of course today on a Friday, it is the Feel Good Friday, whereby you just need to ease yourself from all those toxic of course stuff.
Hey,
This is the time you need to be
Cammy,
easy on it.
Cammy, can you dance like the young lady? Hey, Shorty, my
Yes,
phone
yes,
overheating again.
yes,
Jesus Christ.
yes, I can, Keith. I can hear you. Keith, can you hear me?
Okay, okay. Can you dance like this young lady right here?
Yes, I can. Trust me. Yes, I can do
I think we're
that.
losing you, Cammy.
We bet I can do that really, really bad.
All right,
And
we showed the video. I missed it.
all right, I think that was the other lady. But this Kenyan
Show the
lady,
video again. I missed it. Play it again.
the previous one or this one?
Yeah,
I
the
believe.
Kenyan
Okay,
lady, the one right there, the one that you're showing, the one that's on
all right,
the one that's up there right now, the one that's there
all
right
right.
now.
And I was just saying that this lady has scooped a lot of
This
awards. She's
this
called
young lady's getting it in, Jack.
yeah, she's called Angie the Dance Queen. She's coming all the way from the 254. She has been featured in a lot of music videos by artists because of amazing dancing skill. There was a time that she was also
Yeah.
featured on the billboard, on the Tasca billboard. She was also featured there. So she is actually bagged in the money. Hey, that is some amazing vibrations there. If you are fearing to go to the gym, trust me, dancing
I like what
will.
Cammy says. Hey,
Hey, that yes, I can dance,
yeah, I
but
like.
extremely. Yo.
Hey. Whenever she got a song she likes or dance, she says, "Hey." I like that. Go ahead, Cammy.
Yeah, I just want to highlight on that it is perfect. That there are many ways. All right, kid can beat your children. There are many ways that you can, of course, get to deal with that.
Those are y'all children. What are you talking about? Y'all children in Nairobi. Those are y'all children. I mean, you come get y'all children. Spike knows Spike knows the daddy of those children. Spike knows he's the daddy.
Daddy. And,
Spike's the runaway father, Cammy. Tell him to go mind his children and stop letting these kids run loose in the street.
Absolutely. He's gonna skin me for that. But of course, family, remember we are talking about dating right here on the Voices of the Motherland show. this is something that you always or rather constantly assume. You're like, if I have my maybe my 3-piece chicken, my bucket of chicken wings and things like that, I'm sorted with maybe a drink, I'm sorted. But you don't get to understand the effect of a toxic substances that you are putting in your body. Yes, I understand junk food is always easy. It's actually beckoning at you. But remember, to get to avoid some of the things, that is some of the this junk food on a constant daily, that is on a constant basis. Try as much as possible. Try as much as possible to try and get in a lot of leafy vegetables. And I think for a fact, perhaps in the diaspora it is not easy for you to get leafy vegetables. Maybe you interact with the likes of
Actually, it's
kale.
not, Cammy. Actually, it's not. Actually, it's not because they they turn the black communities into food deserts. It's more easier. It's more easier. Hold on.
Mhm.
It's more easier actually to get, like I said, fresh vegetables in Africa. In America, they turn they turn, since they put most black people in poverty, they turn
Mhm.
most black American communities into a food desert where nothing is
Mhm.
there but this awful food,
Mhm.
controlled by the no good white Arab and the no good
Sure.
East Indian, right? Those are the
Mhm.
ones that control the food sources in the black community. The people that
Mhm.
hate you, it's crazy. People that hate you control your food.
True. Because here in Africa, it's a
So
plenty. You
it's
can move. Hmm.
yeah, so it's crazy. You need exactly you need to be able to have your you got, as black people we got to be able to have our
Hmm.
fruits and vegetables.
Hmm.
As African people, that's what we have to have. So
Absolutely.
that's why in America a lot of African not so early and so damn soon because they eat all this poison. They full
Hmm.
of diabetes, high blood pressure. They don't. Can you believe it, Cammy? Most Africans in America don't even eat fruits and vegetables the whole week,
Yeah,
whole week long.
that doesn't
Yeah.
add up. Because I can also say the prices of
Only time they
these.
might get. Go ahead,
Yes,
Cammy.
go
Go ahead.
ahead. All right, I can. That is a
No, I
strange
said
findings.
imagine,
Mm-hmm.
imagine the only fruits and vegetables you get are the ones you get on your hamburger. You might get one
Mm-hmm.
little piece of GMO lettuce, one GMO
Mm-hmm.
tomato. That's it. That's your that's your thing of vegetables for the whole
Mm-hmm.
week. So
Yo,
that's
it's crazy.
so that's the black America mostly fat now, and we gotta say, and now since they so fat, we gotta say now thick is fat, and it's not. When you're fat, you're fat because you're eating a bad diet.
True. Absolutely. And
That's what
it's
happened.
crazy. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, Cammy, go ahead.
All right. I'm just shocked at the findings that you guys do not get to enjoy this, because I understand that, some of these products, they are exported from Africa. And when they get to reach the diaspora, the prices is highly, of course, expensive. And for you to get even the original stuff, in most cases, you get to enjoy yourself some GMOs, which is not quite good. That is just some point I'm like, oh, okay, let me just enjoy what Africa has to offer, as much as we do have corrupt leaders. But in terms of dieting, um, that is, of course, Africa has the resources, but it is quite sad that you guys do not get to enjoy this. But of course, try as much as possible to try and get something as organic as possible. And of course, if you are trying to lose weight, but remember, no one is, of course, no one, it is not the mandate of anyone to question you in terms of your weight. If you are comfortable with your weight, that is well and good. But if you're not comfortable with your weight, here's some of the foods that you need get to, of course, to avoid. As much as it is hard, because these are some of the things that when you eat or drink, you're like, you have released the stress. And I'm talking about the likes of French fries, the likes of potato chips, the likes of candy bars. Actually, white bread. Personally, I do not love bread because the African white bread, of course, okay, where I get to buy my bread from the malls, I think they put a lot of yeast, so it has some weird smell for me. So I'm not a bread person. But you can't get to avoid a white bread. You can't be doing a brown bread. I love a brown bread. You can also be doing they are actually different types of breads. That is laced with cauliflower seeds. Sorry, laced with that is what is this sunflower seeds especially. You can get to enjoy those types of bread that is organic breads. You can also get to enjoy to avoid sugary drinks, the likes of fruit juices, especially these on the malls. I'm talking about the likes of Tree Top, the likes of this Pick and Peel, the likes of this Coca-Cola company that have come about with the fruit juices. And to us, we think that this is the way forward. But the sad realization is that those juices, they are not as natural as the way they get to say they are natural. They are laced with of course products to give them a longer shelf life. That is why I get to enjoy a lot of fresh fruits that have been cut by the vendors out here. You can also get to enjoy some to avoid some cookies and cakes and pastries, and also some types of alcohol, especially beer if you are trying to lose weight, and also the likes of ice cream. You can't get to avoid that. And remember, some of these food, they are not easy, and that is why at some point you get to ask yourself, is this dieting good or bad for me? Because you do not get to eat enough of the foods that you really want, or rather enough of the foods that you really want to be. But remember, it is all about the amount of enough calories that you have to give your body to ensure that your body is running well. As much as you keep getting, you might be okay. Keep comment first.
All right. So imagine this, Cammy.
Mhm.
Your the fruits and vegetables cost more than which it's completely reversed here in America because they know this will keep you healthy, right? So people in
That's right.
Africa now, all the Western foods are coming. The KFC, the Burger King, all this garbage that makes you sick. That's the food that
Mhm.
gives you cancer, make you make you overweight. White people
Mhm.
know that. So here in America, vegetables cost more than KFC, cost more than fruits and vegetables. In Africa, because they're gonna get you hooked to the bad food first, right? Don't get you hooked. So imagine Africa fruits and vegetables still cost much more cheap than going to
Mhm.
KFC. But once you start putting that in your diet, and white people control the farming industry in Africa, they're going to eventually
Mhm.
switch it where all the things that are healthy are
Mhm.
underpriced. Everything that's unhealthy will be cheap, so you can die off quicker. Because all
Mhm.
that all that food, all that fast food is absolute poison. And black people didn't
Mhm.
realize it when they about 50 years ago. We thought it was fast food, it's cheap, it's easy, but you're consuming poison. It has no nutritional value. It's all poisonous. So black people say, well, hell, I can't afford no fruits and vegetables. It costs too much money. I can't afford none of that. Imagine that you can
Mhm.
afford, Cammy, fruits and vegetables. So that's why when you look at, if you see any video of American women and men, they're all fat, out of shape. You know,
We are
everybody's all, everybody's all,
Mhm.
everybody's all fat and sickly.
Yeah, true.
Everybody's all fat and sickly
Mhm.
because they're consuming a fast food lifestyle because they can't afford fresh fruits and vegetables. The white man has made it so, especially in America, you're not by a farm. You're not. You don't got any trees with bananas and fruit around you. He made sure he can what monetize that and make you pay for it. So there are no fruits.
Mhm.
And then he made a code like in Africa, Tammy. You can grow a fruit tree anywhere in Africa. In America, you can't. That's against the code, the zoning laws. Hey, that fruit tree can't be right here. It's against the zoning laws. You're like, why? Because I can't charge you to eat the shit. That's why.
That
Yeah.
is
Okay,
very
so
Mhm.
oh, it's family. We gotta go back. We gotta go back to Mama Africa.
True.
Just if you want to be healthy, we can raise Africa from poverty. We just gotta fight for it. But We got to go back to Mama Africa where there is an abundance, even though with these corrupt leaders, these puppets, you can still get enough land to start growing fresh fruits and vegetables. And you can actually
Absolutely.
have a decent diet. You know,
Mhm.
everybody doesn't have to look like the young lady from the movie Precious. Gabby City Bay. I don't know. I don't think Cammy's ever seen that movie. Eh, you got Cammy. Have you and Spikes
Yeah.
ever seen the movie called Precious? It's
No, and
you,
unless I
you
ask,
ever seen a movie called Precious?
no, 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 not at all.
And Spikes. Is Spikes in that movie? Okay,
Aspects.
it's a very disrespectful bad. It's a movie came out like 10 years ago. It's very
Mm-hmm.
disrespectful. It's very it's really it's
Mm-hmm.
black exploitation. It's a movie. Before we got do this for me, Cammy. Say of images from the movie Precious. Precious. Say images from the movie Precious. It's black exploitation. Got this big old fat obese black girl,
Mm-hmm.
and what it is it's a very dysfunctional movie that white people love to see. It, it had Mariah Carey in it, had Oprah Winfrey back in it. Very disrespectful to destroy the black image around the world. It's a very disrespectful shit.
Oh,
It,
I've seen Precious. I've actually seen a Precious. Yo, Precious. No, 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 no. I've actually,
you gotta share. You gotta share your screen, Cammy. You gotta share your screen, sweetheart. There you go. You gotta share your screen with these images. Okay. So this, there you go. That's pressure right there. Yeah, show. There you go. So Cammy said, no, 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 no. This is what fast food does to you. It's what. But
no, no,
anyway,
for me.
this movie was
Mhm.
very exploitation. And shout out to Gabby Sidibe. She's now married an Mzungu man. She's getting married with her bootlicking
Ooh,
ass.
absolutely. This is
Yeah, this
no. This.
Mzungu man. She found her. So so Cammy, if you look like that, would you get teased in school as a kid?
No, yeah, yeah, most
Were you
definitely you get a.
were you that were you that fat, Cammy?
No, 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 I wasn't that fat at all. But of course, we are coming to the end of the show. And that is crazy for you to allow yourself, of course, to be that extreme. You know, it is all about, like Keith had said, it is all about all
Cammy,
this,
Cammy was that
yeah.
Cammy's lying. Cammy was that fat. She's
No,
lying.
no, no, no. I wouldn't,
She's
I wouldn't forgive myself. I wouldn't forgive myself for looking that. But of course, I agree with you. The fact that I agree with you.
So
The
what
fact
happened?
that
Let me get ready to let Cammy out of it. Okay, what I'm saying is that movie was so despicable, so heinous. And then they try to say that's the cover girl of black people. She's the prettiest black woman, they said, Cammy. They said that girl that was the prettiest black woman in the world.
Mhm.
That woman there, that princess, they said she was the prettiest black woman. Do you agree?
Mhm.
Do you agree?
No, I don't want to sugarcoat anything. No, there is something missing there. But of course, it is in terms of all these
So,
GMOs that the black community has been deprived. And let me just take a quick look at the comments as we come to the end of the show. At Kevin, you said, I love the ladies African Queen. Okay, thank you for that on behalf of me and Maria. And of course, at KW Dawn at the Light Bearer, we really appreciate you for tuning in to the show. For those who are watching the show and listening to the show, remember, if you do get to miss the show, you can get to just briefly get to enjoy some of these episodes at www.
remember, if Cammy eats too much of that ugali, say, if Cammy
Precious,
eat too much of that ugali, she's gonna look like Precious.
give me a break. And of course, I really appreciate Kate for providing this platform. Remember, we have been focusing on, of course, keeping up with dating, because I believe a majority of it is becoming quite hectic in terms of this COVID-19 situation that, of course, has enable the different people in different countries in the diaspora and also Africa at large to be highly of course affected. You can also do more research in terms of what you want to attain with your body. Remember, your body is, of course, health is more important than money. Health is more important than money. You didn't want to be admitted to hospital because of the wrong dieting. Much peace
You
and
leave,
love. And
hold on,
yeah.
Cammy, before you leave,
Mhm.
hold on, Cammy, before you leave, ask Spikes. How does Spikes stay so thin too? Ask Spikes for quick. What does Spikes do to stay so thin? I don't think Spikes even eats at all. Spikes just drinks coffee and does drugs. Is that how he stay so skinny? Is that how Spikes stay so skinny? He drinks coffee and does his drugs.
Yeah, I'll ask him that. I'll ask him what his remedy is. But of course, I really appreciate everyone who did get to tune into the show. We'll get to interact to other shows that are coming a few minutes from now. Remember, this is the
Family.
Black Hot Network, and this has been the Voices of the Motherland show, all the way from the